Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include: this past week was Fire Prevention Week, update regarding the sea freeze situation that occurred on Monday night, the Lions and Lionettes held a seniors party on Thursday night, healthcare facility update, and more, so please stay with us. I guess by now most of you are aware of the situation that arose at the sea freeze plant here in Burgeo on Monday night. I spoke with Union President Ron Cooper to find out more details on the events of Monday night. Approximately 70 to 80 plant workers and trawlermen gathered at the Union Hall and surrounding area on Monday night, beginning at 11 p.m. and continuing throughout the night. Mr. Cooper informed me that they received several calls from Port aux Basques to tell them that a 65-foot dragger had left there to come to Burgeo to tow away the sand lance, an old 65-footer that had been tied up at the wharf for some time. We figured they might be coming after one of our boats, or the sand lance might be loaded with equipment from our plant, said Cooper. The sand lance was checked to make sure there was nothing from the plant or trawlers on board. At around 4 a.m. the vessel could be seen coming up the reach. Upon tying up at the wharf, the crew of the Lady Colleen III assured the group that they only wanted the old boat and that they were behind the Burgeo workers 100%. At around 4:45 a.m., most of the men went home, except a few who remained on watch to ensure that nothing was removed from the plant and carried on board of the vessel. They remained there until they saw the Lady Colleen III leave with only the sand lance. I was also informed that workers also kept the photocopiers from being trucked out this past week, and that a close eye is being kept on the staff house where some equipment from the plant has been stored. Although they only took the old boat, no one knows for sure what they might have left with if the group had not been there. Union President Ron Cooper said he was very pleased with the turnout on Monday night. They made 3 or 4 phone calls and had 70 or 80 people turn out. He said they are prepared to take this sort of action again within minutes if the need arises. Mr. Cooper also informed me that the union has approached our MHA, the Honorable Dave Gilbert, in an effort to set up a meeting between the union, Dave Gilbert, Walter Carter, Minister of Fisheries, and Premier Wells. This past week was Fire Prevention Week. The following are a few clips of some of the many various events carried out by the Burgeo Volunteer Fire Department and Burnett's during Fire Prevention Week.
Good evening. This year's slogan from the Burgeo Fire Department proclamation is "Tis your detector." It's sound advice. Whereas 80% of all fire fatalities in Canada occur in homes, and whereas changing risky behaviors and identifying and removing home fire hazards would prevent the majority of home fire fatalities. And whereas hunting for home hazards is something every member of the family can do. And whereas the family without a home fire escape plan, which includes knowing 2 ways out of each room, is a family with a home fire hazard. And whereas the Burgeo Fire Department and the fire service of this province are dedicated to the safety of life and property of its protected citizens from the devastating effects of fire, and recognize the value of property planning and preparedness before fire strikes. And whereas the members of the fire service are joined by the citizens of this community and business, schools, service clubs, and organizations in their fire prevention efforts. Therefore, I, Gerald McNaught, Mayor of Burgeo, do hereby proclaim the week of October 4th to the 10th, 1992 as Fire Prevention Week. This week commemorates the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, in which 250 persons were killed, 100,000 were left homeless, and more than 17,400 buildings were destroyed. I call upon the people of Burgeo to participate in activities at home, work, and school, and to do as the Fire Prevention Week theme for 1992 suggests. "Tis your detector." It's sound advice. In witness hereof, I hereunto sit my aim this 4th day of October, the year of the Lord, 1992.
Also, Fireman Han and Fireman Rhymes visited the various classes at A.J. Matthews School to talk to the students on fire safety.
School to meet as well, right? And when you leave school and you go out to the spot that you're supposed to meet with your teacher, make sure that you always meet at the spot that your teacher got designated for you to meet out by the school. Because if you don't, if your teacher is supposed to tell you to meet up by the rock or by the steps or wherever, and she goes out and somebody's not there, she's going to wonder where you're to. If everyone's air is in the classroom now, if the fire alarm goes, once he gets out, Crystal Lee is not there, or Corey or whoever is not there, somebody's not there, when the teacher calls her name, she's going to wonder where you're to.
Some of the students also had an extra treat as they got to try on some of the firefighting gear.
Right, Gavin? Dustin?
There you go. Take on those more, that's fine. And welcome for the extra boots.
Are you going, Chris?
The students also got to visit the fire hall and have a look at the firefighting equipment.
Our van we use when we get a fire call, we use the van to carry firemen to the fire, as well as if we get to the fire, someone is injured or someone's hurt, we can take them and carry them to the hospital. Here is our brand new fire truck. This one here, to my right, is the whole fire truck that we've used since 1972. Okay, boys and girls, the truck is a 1972 model. She's a lot older than what you are. Okay? Turn power on before we get ready to start the truck. Here's the switch for lights, for the light of our instrument panel in case if we get a fire call at night, because a fire got no particular time when it starts. It can start in the daytime as well as in the night. Over here, boys and girls, is our brand new fire truck that we had last fall. We got her last year after Fire Prevention Week. Excuse me, Bear. Here is our fuel tank that we use. Our fuel tank we use to fuel in the truck. On top, here, the same as on the whole truck. We got a panel. We got a panel the same as on the whole fire truck. There are lights. One here for our tank level. On both fire trucks, the new one and the old one, we have 500 gallons of water at all times. When we go to a fire, the driver of the truck can give the fireman water while we're hooked up to a fire hydrant, or if we're going to use the draft hose to get water from the pond. This here will show the driver of the truck how much water he had left. As the water starts to go down, the light will start going out, so the driver of the truck will know how much water he has left.
The students also learned a little about the breathing apparatus used by the firemen.
Okay, one mister here, or any other fireman go into a building, you don't carry another fireman in. Not all the time, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But normally, he'll carry, when a fireman goes in, he goes in by himself. This fellow here, that's his buddy. That's his friend there. he turns the machine on. Yeah. He turns the machine on. If he goes into a building, and for whatever reason, he's hit unconscious. If he's unconscious for a while, he's just breathing, but he's not moving. His buzzer will buzz. In a little while, his buzzer will buzz now. And then always the farmer out by the door. Oh no, Mr. Okay. Farmer that's out by the door. Oh no now, and Mr. Hare is in trouble. Farmer out by the door will come in because the buzzer will keep on buzzing. The farmer will come in and hopefully rescue Mr. Hare and get him out.
And of course, Fire Prevention Week wouldn't be complete without fire drills at both schools. Please stay with us following tonight's broadcast when the events filmed throughout Fire Prevention Week will be shown in their entirety. We took our camera to the Senior Center site this past week to see what, if anything, has happened at the site. These are the roof trusses for the Senior Citizens Complex. They've been on the ground now for some time in front of the Senior Center. To date, no work has resumed on the Senior Center since last year. We also visited the new healthcare facility to see how the building and surrounding area are shaping up. This is the last section of road now to be done to the hospital site from the senior site area. The road on the other side has been completed except for paving. Also, workers with Atlantic Glass and Aluminum Limited have been busy installing the windows in the new healthcare facility. Most of the windows along the front of the building have been installed. Also, most of the glass has been installed in the front of the new healthcare facility, except along the bottom where the glasses came too long and had to be sent back to be cut. As you can see, the building is really shaping up. The Canada Employment Outreach Office here in Burgeo have recently set up two very worthwhile projects. The first of these projects is an adult basic education program. Canada Employment Outreach have a full-time adult basic education program set up at the UC Hall here in Burgeo. This program started on October 5th, 1992 and will end on June 18th, 1993 at a cost of approximately $200,000. 14 students will be upgraded to high school equivalency level. Students consist of residents from both Burgeo and Ramia. The other project is an unemployment booster that will top the workers' unemployment to $426 weekly. On October 5th, 1992, a program to carry out renovations on the building known as the Burgeo Ground Search and Rescue Building here in Burgeo began. This program employs 7 UI recipients for an 8-week period. The idea of the program is to top up UI benefits to a total of $426 weekly. The program also enables the Ground Search and Rescue an opportunity to carry out renovations to the building, which was originally designed as a fire hall in 1972. The Lions and Lioness held a senior citizens party on Thursday night as part of their World Lions Day celebrations.
God, for this good, for the occasion for which it was prepared. We give thanks to you for the dedication and generosity displayed by the Lions and Lioness, and for this opportunity to enjoy fellowship with our seniors. We ask you, God, to bless this food to our use and ourselves in your service. And we ask this in the name of Jesus, your Son.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wish everyone, welcome everyone here. We're glad to have the seniors here and so many of you to show up here tonight. I'm going to introduce the table. Hope this is right. At my far left was the Reverend Margaret Parsons. Will you stand, please? And Mr. Parsons. And please. Our Vice President, Ernie Reed. The oldest woman there, Mrs. Mary Anderson. Will you stand up, Mrs. Anderson, please? The oldest male, Mr. William Warren. Our Lioness President, Lioness Sheila, and Reverend George Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your table. Before we move on, I would like for the Lions and Lionesses to stand up and propose a toast to seniors. Here's to seniors.
Lion Roy Fudge was Master of Ceremonies for the evening. Lion Ernie Green had a few words to say on behalf of Lions President Stan Kosser, who was unable to attend the function.
And on behalf of the Lions Club, I hope you all enjoy your supper and enjoy your meal, and sit back and enjoy the card game and dance. And while you're sat back, if you need anything, just put your hand up, and one of the Lions and Lioness will come along and get whatever he wants. Today is World Lions Day. And one of our goals is to help the sick and shut-ins, carrying fruit baskets around to the ones that can't get out, and have a party like this here tonight for you. So before I get too nervous, just sit back, relax, and have a good time. Thank you.
Lioness President Sheila Ingram also had a few words to say.
Lioness Club, I'd like to welcome you all to our World Lions Day celebrations. Today, our whole world, Lions, Lioness, and Leos are doing something to celebrate this day. And to us, what a better way to show you, people we look up to, that we appreciate each and every one of you. Age is not a state of mind. If you don't mind getting old, you stay young longer. Just look at Blake, for example. She celebrated her 81st birthday on September 27th, and she can mark circles around most average. Today, if we live to grow old, we're very lucky with all the diseases in this world, so let's enjoy every moment of it. Tonight, we're here to let you enjoy another game of cards and dancing. Sometimes I think we enjoy those parties much more than you do. Tonight, we're all the same age, tonight for a good time, so let's have it.
The next speaker for the evening was Reverend George Childs.
I came here prepared to say the grace, and Sheila wanted me to get up here. She thanked her aunt, my sister. She should be thanking me for making a fool of myself, perhaps. There is one thing I would like to correct. Sheila didn't know. But I went to see Rachel Matthews today, around 1 o'clock, and she's not sick now. She is enjoying her 90th birthday. She looks, much younger than her age. She's full of energy. She has her family home with her, and she's just celebrating in a wonderful way. So she's not sick any longer. Well, when Myrtle and I go off to functions like weddings, she always grabs for the serviette and puts in her, not purse, handbag. Yeah. Because she made a collection of it. I had to use mine to write a speech on it. So, probably that's a good one for souvenir.
And the final speaker for the evening was Reverend Parsons.
Thanks to the Lions for their invitation to attend this function tonight. The only other function that we attended of any size, I guess, was when Vic Pelfrey's city had a birthday. We were over there. But anyway, Reverend Charles, I would have wrote a little speech too, but I never had a pen. I usually don't bring paper, no pen. So I don't.
After the supper, the seniors enjoyed a few games of cards. Later that night, following the card game, the seniors also enjoyed a dance. It's great to see the Lions and Lionesses getting involved and taking part in events for our seniors. Community events. The Ski Club TV Bingo was won by Jimmy Benoit and Blanche Youngs. Congratulations to you both. The Lioness will be having a TV Bingo on Wednesday, October 14th at 7 p.m. Cards are $1 each or 6 for $5 and are available in most stores around town. Please support your local Lioness by playing TV Bingo. Notice to groups and organizations. The TV Bingo schedule for 1993 is now ready for anyone who wants to book a TV Bingo. Remember, if you want to be sure to get the dates that you would prefer, book your bingos early. To book a bingo, call Dave at the BBS office weekdays from 9 to 5. The Burgeo Lioness will be canvassing the town during the month of October for the CNIB. TNN, the Nashville Network, can now be viewed on Channel 24. For the remainder of October, there is no charge for this signal. Effective November 1st, there will be a rate increase of 34 cents plus tax for a total of 40 cents for this signal. For the next week or so, most channels will become snowy and distorted for short periods of time. This will occur between 4:30 and 5 p.m. The reason for this is sunspots. Due to problems with the town's water system, residents are asked once again to boil their drinking water until further notice. Canada Employment Outreach feels it is necessary again to remind the general public that the Employment Outreach Office is not responsible for anything dealing with unemployment insurance. This means we do not complete UI claims, UI bi-weekly report forms, answer or give guidance to UI inquiries, etc. Our job is strictly counseling with a view to helping individuals plan and/or work toward a long-term job solution. Many of you, because you feel you know us personally, are taking advantage of the situation and will call us, thus blocking our phone lines for extended periods of time. We don't get paid to deal with your UI problem. We have not been trained to deal with your UI problem, so stop asking us to deal with your UI problem. The toll-free number for UI problems is 1-800-563-5455. The number again is 1-800-563-5455. Use it. Signed, Jay Billard, Outreach Manager. Well, that concludes tonight's program. Please stay with us now for some of the different events that were filmed for Fire Prevention Week. On behalf of BBS and all the BBS volunteers, I'm Dave Cooper. Have a great week. Good night.